Okay, for lab 16, you're going to do a really neat experiment. It's one of my favorites. I wish I was there with you. You are going to separate the pigments out of a spinach leaf and see all the different colored pigments that are actually in that green leaf. There's a lot more than just green in there. And for this, you're going to need a ruler, a pencil. Pencil is very important. You cannot use ink because ink, of course, is a pigment and we don't want it to interfere with our results. This is a piece of chromatography paper and your scissors. Okay? After you've read the lab, I'm just going to kind of show you an easy way to set this up. One step of the lab says to make a pencil mark 2 centimeters from the end of your strip. So measure out 2 centimeters, okay, and you're going to draw a line straight across there. Like so with your pencil. It's very important that you use pencil. Now you're going to taper that piece of paper into a point. So it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just kind of cut a little bit that way and a little bit this way and make it into a point. Okay? And then, I don't have a spinach leaf to show you, but we'll pretend that this Post-it note is the spinach leaf. You're going to take your spinach leaf and cover part of the line with with your spinach leaf so you could see where the line is. You wouldn't be able to see through the leaf. And then just take a coin and kind of press on there. Coin. So you're just going to press on there like so, and then turn it so it's the other ways under the leaf. Press, and just do that, at least 20 or 30 times. And you're basically going to make a green line right on top of your pencil line. And then the next step is to put it into your test tube. You're going to attach it to the cork with a thumbtack, and then there's going to be liquid in here, okay, so you can't hold the test tube sideways like I am to show you. Then just kind of gently insert the strip, and the tip should just be touching the liquid in the bottom. Okay, so you might want to have an empty test tube because that would be bad. See how it's wrinkling? You don't want that to happen. You want it just to barely touch, so maybe, trim it a little bit more. You trim it at the other end and make it a little shorter. So play with it in the empty test tube, and then you can put it in the test tube with the solvent when you've got it the right length, because you might have to adjust this length up here. So you might have to trim some off and adjust where you have the thumbtack. So it should just barely touch the bottom. So let me try it with my one that I cut. So I just insert the thumbtack, then I insert it in the cork, kind of fold it so it'll hang straight down, grab the test tube, and then insert it, and that's perfect right there. It's not quite at the bottom of the test tube, it's just above the bottom, but remember there's going to be a little bit of liquid in there, so that's okay. And you just want the point to touch the liquid. You definitely don't want the liquid hitting your line because it'll just dissolve all the pigment instead of separating it. What's going to happen is the solvent's going to move up the paper, and as it does, it's going to separate the pigments out. So this is going to sit for a while, and while it's sitting, you are going to go over the answers to some of your homework. Good luck!